Hello, thank you for tuning in to this week's reads. For the main part of the reads, I'm going to be using the Thelema tarot deck. I feel like there's another way to say it, I just don't remember it. There's a website at the bottom if it focuses. Feel free to check that out. I think if I can get a little closer, loscarabeo.com. Hopefully I didn't misspell that. It's right there in the screen. So use whatever it says there on the screen, use that if you want to find this. Supportive Oracle Cards. Spellcasting Oracle Cards by Flavia, Barbara, and Lisbeth. There are their full names, and on the back here are some websites for them. Feel free to freeze frame and check out whatever's interesting to you. The last one is She Who Is Art. That one always pops out to me. In fact, maybe if I get that a little closer, you can see them a little better. And of course, I use dice. So, where does it show it there? There's a website. It's from Amazon. They're metal dice, and I use the 20, the 12, and the 4. I use the 4 for the elements, the 12 for the minor arcana, and the 20 for the major arcana, which obviously leaves out 21, but still, that's the one I use. All right. And on to your reading. Hello, Aries. Thank you for tuning in to this week's read. This reading is valid for when you come to it. Let's see what we have for Aries. Double cards. 2 queens. 3 queens. What's going on? There's a king and the knight and a hierophant. This is Aries, yeah? Oh my gosh, there's still more? Okay. Okay. I'm going to put these face down because I feel like it just keeps going. See if it stops. I don't know if that really stopped it, but anyway. Okay. So there's a lot happening all at once here. Has it been that way? I feel like this might be a situation that's been quiet for a while. Why has it been quiet? I do feel like this has been quiet for a while, and then people are just coming in all at once. I keep getting like all these people coming in all at once. Ace of Pentacles, half in, half out, which makes me feel like it's been dormant. And then the Lover's card reversed with the 4 of Cups. A change has been not due. Whatever the situation is, you know the truth about it. But for whatever reason, I feel like you made the choice to not make a change at that moment. There was a reason for it. Aries is very much about the truth, but Aries is also very strategic. So it's almost kind of like, if we're going to make it really easy, this doesn't have to be about a job, but it could be. Maybe there's something that happened at this job and you're like, oh, this is not for me. This is not where I want to be. But you're like, finding another job that suits my financial status is not that plentiful right now, so I'm not just going to walk away. I need to pay for my bills. I got to have food. So it's kind of like, you know what? I'm going to keep an eye out. I'm going to check websites, see if people are offering. And when I see something that I think is worth it for me, I'll go forward and make that happen. Just to make it a really simple analogy. And the reason you want to make this decision is because I feel like there's something you're very unhappy with, but you're like, whatever the situation is, it suits my needs for now, so I have to keep it for now, but I will be leaving it at some point. I'm just not going to let this situation rule me. I'm not going to let it rule me. The situation, whatever it is, may have been disrespectful to you, so you're kind of like, you know what, I don't really like playing it this way, but I'm not going to do the right thing just so you can use it against me, whatever that means. Okay, so there's a lot with that. Anyway, the opportunity is starting to show up. You got the Temple Path and the Door to Spirit showing up. The moment is coming, along with your 3 of Wands. The moment is starting to come near to make this choice. It is definitely coming. It's coming fairly fast, too. At least I feel like it's going to feel like it's coming fast. Maybe it's coming in the next month or so, but for what you got going on in your life, that feels very, 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 very fast. This is the ironic part. it's very hard for you at this moment. Because with this change, a lot of things might disappear. And I feel like that's what I'm trying to not say. A lot of things may disappear with this change. And it could just be like the way people treat you. That might be what disappears. Like maybe people are nice to you now or very open to you right now, but once you make this change, they're going to act like you are, evil incarnate. Or who knows? They're not, things are going to, some relationships are definitely going to change with this. And it's kind of like I have to do what I have to do. Not everybody's going to like it, but maybe not everybody's supposed to. For some reason, due to the time it's taken to get here, there's stress with this. Because over that time, you've realized things you're going to miss when the change happens. It's not an easy choice. And it's weird because it feels like when it comes in, the opportunity comes in for you to, it's time to make your choice, the opportunity shows up. And it feels like it's not about taking or not taking the choice. I feel like you're going to have to anyway. Not have to like somebody's going to force you, but I feel like you're going to feel like this is what I need to do. This is what needs to happen. It's not like somebody's forcing you to do anything, but it's kind of like my opportunity's here. I need to go. It's after that, as you're moving on from this situation into the new one, that things get a little spicy. I got more cards coming out. All right, so there's people that are going to have, there's going to be people who hold judgment against you. I feel like most Aries are going to be like, oh, you're kidding me. No way. You're people judging what I do? You're kidding me. That's never happened in my whole life. Yeah. I don't know why we're acknowledging that, but we are. But I'm like, people have feelings about what you're doing. And you're like, yeah, it's nice, whatever. What's not good here is trying to work with people who are not, they're not seeing what you, they're not understanding what you need to do. And this may sound ironic, but by you trying to sort it out with them and trying to, do it, they try to almost bend over backwards for these people. I know Aries can do that. I just don't think of Aries doing that very often. If you're bending over backwards for somebody, there's a really, really good reason for it. Really, really good reason. I just don't feel like that normally happens. Ironically, they're saying, don't try to work this out. Don't try to make this make sense to other people. You're going to get caught in this loop that's not going to be good. They're saying don't try to help them understand. Okay. What they're saying is to do, honor the ones who honor you and work with them. If people have an issue with what you're doing and they're trying to make you bend over backwards, it's so strange. I never think of Aries. That's not my first thing for Aries. It's kind of like, you don't like it, oh well, moving on. But for some people, you might do that. You might. There's a really good reason if you do. They're saying, please don't do that. Work with the people who work with you. The people who are good to you, you're good to them. Keep with that. If somebody is trying to hold something over you or trying to judge you or trying to make your life difficult due to the choices you have to make, let them sort that out on their own. Do not try to work with them over that. Give them time, give them space. Give them a phone number to a good therapist if you have to. That may sound cynical, but it's not. So, for example, if you're making a choice, this is going to be a bloody one, but hey, say you're in a relationship, the other person did something unacceptable in the relationship, and the relationship is now ending. You knew it was going to end before when they did whatever they did, but maybe months have passed, and now you're in a place where you can move on. If you have a child who's upset with you, your first instinct would be like, well, I have to make sure they understand. Ironically, that may not, if they're very difficult and very angry with you, that's where they're saying maybe get a therapist involved, get a third party involved who actually you trust to treat your child right, to help them understand that. Because you might just be like enemy at this point, and they don't want to hear an explanation, they just want to make you feel bad. So you might have to find them the help they need, but not be the one actually helping them. Because I get put the work in to work with what's working with you. Work with what's working with you. If somebody's giving you a hard time, somebody's being in your way, somebody's being aggressive towards you, that's not gonna go well. That also might be like an energy that sooner or later is gonna walk away from you anyway. It's the Two of Wands, but I feel like there's something here with you trying to make peace with somebody who doesn't understand and has no interest in understanding. They got the Devil, the Judgment, and the Four of Pentacles. They've decided that you're wrong, and they're going to hold it against you, and they're going to make your life hell for it. See it for what it is in the beginning, and don't play the game. Do not play the game. It's a general read, take it with a grain of salt, but you know what I'm saying. If you work with what works with you, I do feel like this works a lot easier. You could have somebody else stepping in and helping you. All right, so having somebody stepping in to help you, I feel really uncomfortable saying that to Aries because it's kind of like, oh, I can handle it, I'm fine. I know that. It's about the better outcome. It's about getting the outcome you actually want in the long run. Which I know, if you have somebody else mediate for you, if you have somebody else work this out for you, if you're able to do that, they'll find a way for you to find peace. They'll help you keep the value you want in the situation. Aries is very strong. I don't feel like that's debatable. You just are. Your version of working things out might make more of a problem than help in this situation, especially because I feel like you're going to have a lot of emotions behind this. If you have somebody working to your benefit, I feel like you can have a peaceful outcome. There will be some, whatever this is, there will be something going on here where you have to kind of work with the rules, but you got an outcome choice here. Work with the rules you don't really care for, and you can have a peaceful, happy outcome. If you go forward and you try to just, I feel like this is part of you trying to make sense out of helping other people understand what you're doing. You got a very hostile outcome. I know Aries is not afraid of a fight. It's not about the fight. You can fight for yourself, I know. It's about the outcome. It's about getting the outcome that you really want versus the outcome that just kind of happens, if you follow me on that. I love Aries energy. I just always have. I know you're strong. There's no question about that. You're strong. They're just saying, before you get into this, you could probably look back in some other points in your life where you're like, yeah, went in there guns a-blazing and now everybody's dead. So, did you want that to happen? Just saying. If you have somebody else helping you, not everybody has to die. That's all I'm saying. Not everybody. So, this can go better. They're just trying to give you a heads up on how to help this go better. So, I don't know. I feel like Aries is strong, and that's never been a question in my mind, and not in this reading either. It's all about what outcome you want. That's all. Alright, I'm going to shut this down here. I hope that helps. Thank you for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James the number 4, astral@gmail.com. If you're interested in the donation information, that's below. Same email. Thank you very much for watching, and have a great day.